one of the Munich Six. So this is Paulaner, or Paulaner. It just depends on how American you are.
What part of Jersey you're from? We don't. Coming to you as live as we will ever be from the Beer to Whiskey Studios high atop Barley's Tap Room in magnificent downtown Greenville, South Carolina. I'm Russ Heaps and welcome to this episode of Big John in 5. That's where I get my good buddy here, Big John Richards, to pick a beer from one of Barley's 72 taps or 50 and 60 cans, and we sniff it, we sip it, we kibitz about it. John tells us a little bit about the brewery. Sometimes we get a little brewing history, and the best part is we drink a lot of beer. John, what do we got?
I have an Octoberfest today.
Well, so that's fitting.
Indeed. One of the Munich Six. So this is Paulaner. Or Paulaner. It just depends on how American you are.
What part of Jersey you're from? We don't.
So Paulaner is one of the 6 brewers that's allowed to officially participate in Munich Oktoberfest. So this is one of the things that this is the same beer you would get if you went and sat at one of the tents. And they're one of the biggest, and especially one of the biggest that appears to me to still be privately owned. All of the brewing ownership stuff in Germany is not readily available, at least to me.
They keep it on the down low.
Right. But, some breweries are owned by the city or the state, and some breweries are privately owned, and I think this is still a privately owned brewery. And they're exporting, they said, 1 million hectoliters of beer as of 2016, so that's a lot of beer.
How much is a hectoliter?
A lot.
I mean, I kind of know what a liter is. Is a hectare? Is that 100? No, I thought a bazillion.
I didn't research that one.
A bazillion?
We don't use that system here.
Look it up at home and give us a call. All right. I'm sorry. I interrupted you.
It's all right. No, that was a good interruption. Because I was waiting for that question to be asked. Anyway.
Well, then you should have been better prepared.
No. So this is a really nice actual Märzen style that's that traditional, little bit darker in color Octoberfest. And these days a lot of the fest beers come out really, really blonde and very light. It's still sweet. It still carries some toffee stuff in there, but it's really, really light and dry versus the Märzen style, which is got a little more caramel to it and a little more like deep, dark sugar sweetness. And so, but while still being super, super light. And this is 5.8, which is actually somewhat big for an Octoberfest.
A little on the high end.
Yeah, but still, easily consumable for, if we were drinking this out of liter mugs. Be able to probably get up and walk away. Probably.
Well, the problem is we didn't have a big buxom blonde to carry 8 of them.
I know,
here.
right?
So.
You got to go to Munich for that one. You can get the beer here. You got to get the experience.
But somebody like John pours it and brings it to you, and it takes a lot of the luster off the experience. But what can I tell you?
Right?
Yeah.
Well,
we want to give this
I think we should give it a shot. See how we like it.
Give it a go?
Yeah.
Text Miss Lily.
Maybe smell a little bread on that.
I was going to say I was just ready to say that.
Really fresh baked bread on that.
But that's part of that Märzen style.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's just super clean. These beers are just so easy. the kind of thing where you just get through that whole liter mug in about 4 big gulps.
Yeah.
It just goes down so smooth.
I am getting the caramel out of it.
Yeah, that caramel sweetness. I'm actually getting a little bit of roast on the finish there. Just a little bit of that bread crust kind of roasty bitterness on the finish. I mean, the hint. And a little bit of spice. Probably a noble hop kind of spiciness.
Then it just kind of evaporates.
And it's just, yeah,
And then
it's just gone.
Boy, that's good.
Yeah.
That's a tasty. Yeah, 5.8%.
Yeah. It's still enough to get your attention.
It is.
It is definitely enough.
But this beer makes me want to drink a lot of it.
Yes. Well, and that's the deal. That's the whole deal. You're sitting at a table. This is the community of beer. It's being able to just sit down and knock it back and enjoy the company of friends. And you're sitting at these Octoberfest tables, you know, there's only this much room between you and the person across from you, and you may not know who they are.
Right.
Because it's just, you're all packed in on tables that are about a quarter of a mile long.
Yeah.
And you're sitting by people you don't know. When you come back, there's somebody else probably going to be sitting in that seat. You're just going to sit down, find a new place, grab another pretzel, and knock back another liter of Octoberfest. And you're going to make friends, and you're going to shake babies and kiss hands and
And all that fun stuff.
all that fun stuff.
All that fun stuff. Wow, I do like that.
And this is obviously one of the classics, like I said, the traditional Munich style. And I'm glad to see this Marzen style getting more recognition, because I just we've discovered that I like things that taste a lot. So the more flavor you can pack into it, the better I'm going to enjoy it. And when they started going really light with the fest beers, it's less my cup of tea. This with a little bit more flavor, a little bit more action, and still with that very, very clean, easy finish. And how easy this beer is more my style. And a lot of the American brewers do it that way too, although they're starting to push to the lighter styles. When we first started, everything that was brewed in America was this Marzen style, and it was even deeper red than this. And you're going to get those real deep caramel bready things going on, like Sam Adams Oktoberfest. Still very much brewed in that Marzen style. And obviously they're probably maybe their biggest selling beer. I reckon maybe Boston Lager sells more than that. But I suspect these days Oktoberfest is probably their biggest selling beer. And that there's a reason why. This is what you do with it. This is when the weather breaks and you get something like this, and you can sit in the sun and be warm but not hot, and you're knocking these things back. Whoo! It doesn't get much better.
Life is.
Thinking about buying some Uggs.
Oh man. You know, locally, who makes a good Marzen is Swamp Rabbit.
They do. His Marzen is ridiculous. It has always been spectacular. His is a big Marzen too. I think his may be 7%.
I can't remember. But we did, I'm talking about the Swamp Rabbit Brewery in Travelers Rest. And if you look on the site in the playlist under Carolina Breweries, it's there. And we actually, Drew did that one with me. Mm-hmm. And I think that was one of the things we sampled when we were there. So.
Yeah, it's a destination. If you're in the neighborhood, you should visit Swamp Rabbit. He's got some really good beers.
Yeah, they do make some good beer. Well, sir,
let's get back to it. We can't sit here and do this on camera all day.
Well, we could, but you'd be mightily bored. So damn lucky. See you next time.